Hey everybody, Billy Obenauer here, welcoming you to my series on using the Open Science Framework, or OSF. This is episode 1, what to do if you can't access files. Okay, now typically you might expect a series to start with something like introducing the OSF or how to open an account or something like that. And we're going to get to those things in some later episodes. But this issue of what to do if you can't access files has become kind of a pressing issue, particularly for researchers in the peer review process, because what's happened a few times that I've seen is people are creating OSF projects and they're creating anonymous links to them and letting peer review teams access these links, and people are having trouble accessing the files, and then it's looking like the researchers didn't make those files available. So what I'm going to do here in this episode is I'm going to show you what's actually happening and how we can go ahead and fix that problem. Okay, so for example, I had an issue with this where I actually got back in a letter from a peer review team that they couldn't access any of my files, and when I checked them, the files were all there. All right, so let's take a look at what happens here in the OSF. So typically what happens is we upload files to our OSF projects, people click on the files, and then they're going to see a preview screen like what you see on the left hand side. Okay, and that preview shows them what the file is going to look like. They can scroll right through it in their browser, and they've got no issues whatsoever. Okay, but occasionally there is a problem in OSF. It's a little bug. I'm not sure why it happens. It's not consistent in how it happens, so I can't figure out as a researcher how to prevent it from happening. But there's a bug that makes people not able to see these files in this preview window. And often what will happen is a reader or a reviewer who's looking through the OSF project will think that that file is not available when it is. It's just that the preview is not working. So this video here, we're going to show you how to get people to your files if they can't get to them through the preview. And then I'm also going to show you how to quickly create a wiki where you can give people instructions on how they can do this, that they can see in their projects, so if a reviewer does hit this roadblock, they don't think that your files aren't available. All right, so this is an unpublished project of mine called Employee and Brand Personalities, and as you can see here, I've got two different files uploaded here. Okay, I've got manipulationtests.doc and I've got scale items and reliabilities.doc. So I'm going to show you what happens here when we run into these problems here. We're going to start with scale items and reliabilities. So I'm going to click on this, and as you can see, the window opens and we wait a second and we've got a nice preview of what our file looks like. Okay, so everything is in here exactly the way it should be so that our reviewers, our readers, everybody can access it as they need to. All right, now let's take a look at manipulation tests. All right, we open, we're on the preview screen, and we've just got a blank screen. Okay, there's nothing here whatsoever. And we can sit here and we can wait, but nothing's going to happen. And when this happens, particularly if your paper is under peer review, your reviewer is going to look at this and they're going to think, oh, okay, they didn't upload this file was bad, they should have checked it. Well, this is a little bit of a bug, and the file's still there, it still works. What we need people to do is they need to go to these three little dots over here. Click on these dots and hit download. Okay, now the file's downloaded. They can open the file and they can get to it. So the file is there. There's just some kind of malfunction in OSF that is making the previews not work, but the entire file is here and present so that our reviewers and our readers can go ahead and access it. Okay, so that brings us to the next piece in our video, which is what do I do as a researcher to make sure I don't run into a problem with this? So I'm going to open up a different project here. This is just a test project here, so I'm logged in here. And all of our projects have a wiki here at the top. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is you can click on this button right here, and that's going to open up your wiki. And over here under the edit piece, we can type whatever we want to type. So I'm going to type here, in case file preview does not work when clicked, please follow instructions at below link to access files. Okay, and then I'm going to go down here, and I obviously don't have the link to the YouTube video that I'm creating right now as I'm creating it, but I'm just going to put a link to my website here, just so you can see how it works. Okay, and then if you create a message like this, you can put the link to this video right here. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. Okay, and now if someone was in my project, they saw in case file preview does not work, when clicked, follow instructions at below link to access files. They would come down here, they click on the link, and clicking on that link would take them to wherever we directed them. Again, we don't want to send them to my website. We want to send them to this video. So this video link is the link that you'll put in there. But that's a way that you can put some instructions in there so that your reviewers or your readers will know how to access your files if they run into that barrier with the preview issue. Okay, so hopefully this helps you not have any problems with people accessing your files. Hopefully it helps your reviewers understand how to get to all of your information. And I hope you learned something from this video and you have a great day. All right, we'll talk to you soon.